area and I'll get a lot of disturbance.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see. My name is Srinivas. Okay. I hold about 7+ IT years, IT experience. Okay. I'm currently working in Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you mute because I'm getting some sound. If you have any questions, you can
Okay, fine. I'll
ask.
mute.
Okay.
I'll mute.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So my name is Srinivas. I hold about 7+ years of experience, and I recently moved to Oracle. Okay, so I was into first I started the career on like COBOL and Java and Unix. This is the platform which we work on a Windows machine actually this one. So Windows tool we developed it by using Java only. So we used to work on Unix and as well as on Windows both. So this is the integrations we done it. Later on I moved to Hadoop development and admin. So I worked on I was into a department of admin as well as the development, and I moved for this one. I moved to US for training and all these things. I stayed about 9 months there. Then later on, I moved to another company. So in that company, I was started working as a Spark developer. So currently, I was working on both projects. So based upon the use cases, I would like to shift on each together. So if it is a real-time analytics, I'll go with an Spark, and if it is something like ad hoc things, I will go with an Hadoop. Sometimes right now Hadoop data also I'm just doing it right now, integrating it. We are migrating all the data to the Spark platforms. Right now we are Hadoop data. We are moving in some of projects are the Spark environment. So when it this is about my career, and if it comes to my certifications, I completed CDH 410 Hadoop developer certification in 2012 only. Lot of people didn't aware that Hadoop also at that time. At that time only I completed my Hadoop developer certifications, and I completed my DS 200 certification as well, data scientist certification as well, and I completed my DB29 fundamentals as well. Okay, and I completed a LOMA certification. It's an insurance domain certification. So I completed 15 papers in this one. So basically I'm into the insurance domain. So till I moved to Oracle, I worked on insurance domain only a lot. So this is about myself, and currently I'm working in a lot of institutes in Amirpet in the morning sessions. So I will be there from morning 7 to 11 o'clock in Amirpet only. Then I'll move to my office from 12 to 9 o'clock. Okay, that's my office hours. So I currently deals with Hadoop development. So which consists of lot of parts like files storage part. Okay, so I divide that Hadoop course into 4 parts. One is called injection part. The data will be injected, right? So that is injection part, and other one is a storage part. Okay, so this is the storage part, and other one is processing part, and other one is okay. Then I don't have space. And the other one is what? Orchestration means I mean to say like repetitions, like scheduling. So I divide the total Hadoop course into 4 parts. So in these injections, the data from your web servers will be injected by using Flume and Scoop. So these are the tools we're going to use to inject the data. Once you get the data, we have to keep it into Hadoop. So in Hadoop, we have 2 types of storages. One is file system, like HDFS file system, or we can use some databases like HBase. Okay, so you get the data from your web servers by using Flume, and you get the data from your RDBMS, so into HBase or into HDFS. And we will also talk about tight integrations about these things. So Flume can inject the data into HDFS as well as into HBase. So we talk about tight integrations about these things.
Okay.
So once, yes,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, you
Fine.
have unmuted, yeah.
Yeah. You can continue.
So yeah, thank you. So look at this. So this is up the storage part. Once we have the data will going to be processed, right? So first of all, in this pre-processing, we divided that components into two types. One is called pre-processing, and other one is called post-processing or regular processing. So you can use it like this. So for pre-processing, we use a tool called pig here to guard the data. So here also we will show you the tight integrations, how pig can communicate with HDFS and how pig can communicate with HBase. And also we have a tight integrations like Hive also. But before talking about that, we will talk about MapReduce. This is pure Java. On Java, we're going to talk about, this is the heart of Hadoop. So first we will talk about that, and then we will going to talk about pig and Hive. So this is a purely post processing the data. So here also we will going to provide you the tight integrations from pig to Hive. So we use something called hcatalog. So this tool also we're going to talk in detail in our classes. And then, so you process the data, but you want to regularly iterate the data, right? So for that one, we uses a tool called Uji. So we will going to tell you in this Uji about the iterations, what we're going to do it. And all this together, all these things will be under one thing called Zookeeper. So all these things will going to be stored in a one part. I mean to say all this will going to be coordinated by something called Zookeeper. So we're going to talk about Zookeeper as well as a part of our course. This is about the Hadoop one. So you have any questions in this?
No, Srinivas. No, nothing questions.
Yeah. So this is about Hadoop we talk about. Then let's see. So I'm taking Hadoop classes in Amirpet from the last 3 years. Okay, I work for a big organizations. Okay, then that's about Hadoop, and we provide lot of, and also we will show you IoT projects as well with Hadoop. So IoT with Hadoop. Okay, so for this I know something about Arduino, so I'll going to integrate Arduino data with Hadoop as well. So we do a real-time project as well. Okay, in that keep it at this aside. So now comes to the Spark. So people call Spark is an 100 times faster than Hadoop. So we going to justify that one, and we will going to show you everything in the Spark. So the Spark frameworks comes actually with a Scala. Spark was totally written in Scala, and lot of people are not aware about Scala. So we will talk about all Scala basics, and mostly we will concentrate on Scala collections. So this is a Scala collection, so I will going to talk a lot. Okay, then we are good with the Scala. Then we will going to talk about Spark core. Okay, in that Spark core we will talk about lot of things like RDDs and the transformations and actions and key value pairs and accumulators, and a lot we will going to talk in the Spark core. So this Spark core was totally we will going to code it in a Scala only. So that's what we will going to talk a lot about Scala, and then we will going to talk about core Spark. Then what we will do, right? We will going to see here also we will going to see some injection tool. So there we in order to use Flume, but here we will use Kafka. Kafka is one of the data injection tool. So first the data like the data pipeline will be like this. First the data will comes to the Kafka, and then there will be something middle. I will talk about that. So Kafka will going to get the data into your not Spark. I can going to teach with Hadoop without Hadoop as well. If people no need to be aware about Hadoop to learn Spark, because Spark will be two types of modes we will explain. Actually Spark will be of three modes, but we will going to explain two modes. That is called standalone mode, and other one is called on yarn. We will explain on top of Hadoop and on without Hadoop, that is called standalone mode, and this is what with Hadoop, that is called yarn mode. So what we would like to do, right, with Hadoop, without Hadoop we can do that. So this is the Kafka tool which will inject the data. Then what we will do, right, we want to use some real-time streamings. So real-time tools, for that one we will teach you something called Spark streaming. Okay, So Spark streaming is what applying some real-time analytics to the Kafka data. So whenever you get the data Kafka, so we will going to apply on Spark streaming. So you might have heard about something called Storm. Okay, so if you learn Spark streaming, you no need to learn Storm. Understand, right? That's what the replacement. If you learn Hadoop also, because in Spark I will do both batch analytics as well as real-time analytics also we can do. So once we got the data by using Kafka, we will going to do this one. So I will show you tight integration about Kafka and Spark streaming as well. So after Spark streaming, we will going to till now you used Scala code to access the data that was there in Hadoop or with on your normal file system as well, because it's a memory computation. So we really don't bother about where the data gets stored on the disks. We really don't bother because it's all pure in the memory. So then next one is we will going to talk about something called Spark SQL. So here, right, if you are a Hadoop guys, we will show you how to integrate Hive with Spark. We will show you how to integrate Hive with the Spark. This is called actually Shark earlier days, but they have moved everything to Spark SQL. Then we will talk about something called the mostly used database in the world called Cassandra, because we got the data from the Kafka and we will going to filter the data and we will insert the data into the Cassandra. Then once we insert the data into the Cassandra, we can access by using Spark SQL, that one. So this is a, we will going to talk a lot. Okay. So I have a separate course on Cassandra as well. I'll talk about that one as well. So this Cassandra, I will show you only the development here. Okay. Then, then we will going to talk about the last part, that is called Spark ML. This is like which talks about machine learnings and everything. Okay, so the Spark batch, right? We are getting started. I am getting started with my peoples. So in no any institute didn't consulted, because I didn't open it to any institute that I'm teaching a Spark. So we are starting from Saturday onwards. Saturday and Sunday only I will teach Spark. Okay, so um, here on the day, right, from morning 6:30 to 9:30 is the batch. Saturday and Sunday only. And also I already started some batch which I had done with two classes, that is at evening 7 to 10 p.m. This is AM. Okay, so this is about the Spark which I'm going to start. Okay, clear. So this is
Yeah.
about the Spark. Do you have any questions on Spark?
No, Srinivas. Fine. It's fine.
Okay, fine. Next, next another batch, another course I used to teach. Earlier I used to teach Amazon Web Services as well, because I work all these things on web services only, the Amazon Web Services only. But
Okay.
now I'm not teaching Amazon Web Services because my 1 year this is over. Um, so yeah, if someone gives the credentials, I am ready to teach AWS as well, but
Okay.
not much demanded right now. Okay,
Okay.
I'm not using that. I'm into much into big data world. So we're going to talk about another solution of big data, that is called Cassandra, which is a NoSQL database. So I already forwarded the course content of this one. This Cassandra, we will talk about both development as well as administration, both development as well as the administration. So in the development, we will see a lot about architecture, lot about architecture. So you, in real world, you can easily answer any questions when you come to my Cassandra and Spark classes, because I'm currently working on these things very deeply. Okay, so if you people comes right on Cassandra, damn sure we can place them into their jobs easily. So this is what in deep we're going to talk about. This course itself 30 days. Usually people didn't even take 5 hours also about Cassandra, but we are presenting 30 hours class
Okay.
total, in deep. If you see no SQL database, any people can't teach more than 5 years,
Hmm.
5 hours. But
Okay.
we going to give you 30 hours training. That much deep we're going to talk about Cassandra, all architectures, and I will and right now I have a RAM about 16 GB in my laptop, so I will show you everything. 4 node cluster development in the Cassandra in the administration part. Okay, so I've shared that course content. In this one, we will see how to add a new data, a new node to the cluster, what is a ring topology, and what is murmur tree partitioners, and all these things we will going to see in the Cassandra. Okay, so any questions in the Cassandra? Cassandra, I have started on Tuesday only one batch, so I done with 2 classes with the Cassandra. So so it is about 9 to 10 p.m. And the
Mm.
Hadoop batch also I started. It's about 2 classes only. It's done. That also I started from 10 to 11 p.m. Now only I just finished this class. Okay. So any questions on this, Cassandra?
No, nothing. Just 1 second. Just 1 second, Srinivas.
Yeah, sure.